I hope you're having the best day possible today. I wanted to make this video to clear some things up, to give you some perspective on how I view the world and my biggest dreams for it. Let's call it my greatest plea. I spoke on the phone with a beloved friend who was under the impression that I hate him simply because I hated the language spoken by a political operative of the opposing party. The conversation was a healthy one, but I found it very painful personally. Not because he was speaking to me as someone I may disagree with, not because I was frustrated that he didn't agree with me. Neither of those things are true, and many of the people that would agree with me feel that way when they listen to someone, and I hate that. What hurt was that my dear friend genuinely believed I hated him because he supported someone I couldn't, and he didn't understand how I could dislike that person's views and still value his. So let me be clear. I hate what politics has done to this country. Politicians and media from both sides have spent longer than my lifetime making politics the poison it is today. Right wing and left wing commentators go out of their way to spin a narrative about how the other side is evil and have bad faith arguments meant to paint the other in a terrible light without doing anything conducive to change the problems affecting everyday people. It's true that I hate the speech, beliefs, and actions of most political commentators and even politicians, but it's because those people have spent so long making you feel like that must by nature mean people who think like me have to hate you, and it's simply not true. They manipulate what information you can receive to keep you uninformed. They go out of their way to appeal to your worst emotions and not your better ones because you serve them best when you make your decisions theirs and not your own. They use you like a tool and would throw you away if you stopped serving them. They do all of this to gain power for themselves and their ilk without ever bringing any of the benefits home to you, and then they'll convince you they saved the world. And no, I'm not just talking about the right. This is certainly not untrue of the left either. That's why you've never seen a real progressive in the White House, because the minute someone who leans towards my way of thinking gets in the White House, the left loses a lot of their corporate money too. And there are certainly a lot of corporate left people, and I hate that. You'll hear me saying that a lot. I hate that. Not I hate them. I hate that, and that's true. Here's what kind of world I want to strive for. One where the citizens can sit and have honest discussions without hating one another. Where we can get passionate, even shout, and not at each other, and not to dehumanize one another. Where after that conversation, we can genuinely thank one another and not feel the need to spit in each other's faces. Whether you like it or not, our nation is dying, and your political party would have you believe that it's the other's fault. The depressing truth is that part of that blame is largely ours, but if you look up, the rest of the blame, it goes to them. The political operatives on your screens and your government and the halls of your home state, they thrive off of your hate, and it feeds their machine that seeks only to take from you to feed themselves. It's how they function. The politicians of this country get by making us hate each other and turning it into a game that they can score points for. And I'm just about sick of it. My camera has... I don't think a lot of the things that the right does is acceptable. But when I talk about the right, I need you, the viewer, to understand. I really mean the political commentators. I mean the politicians. I mean the people in power. I have never meant the entire base, and I hate that politicians have gotten us into this habit of talking about an entire party through the belief system that we have to talk about the people. The state of this country is that the politicians decide what their party thinks and not the other way around. And that's just a fact we're going to have to accept. To fix the problem, we have to accept that. I do not believe that the right actually, by large, believes most of the things that right-wing commentators would say. And I think the largest reason for that is because I pay attention to right-wing commentators more than right-wing believing people do. I pay attention to left-wing commentators more than a lot of right-wing or left-wing commentators or supporters would. I'm struggling. This is hard. That's part of the problem. It's hard to talk about the things you genuinely believe in. Because as I make this, there are going to be people upset that I'm speaking. Many of them are going to be acting as tools for others. And I have to not hate those people. I have had family members and some old friends get really upset with me for the things I've said the past few days. But I'm not going to stop saying them because it needs to be heard. Ryan, if you're watching this, I don't hate you. I can't hate you. It's not your fault. You're not responsible for this. You didn't make the world like this, and you only have the smallest share of responsibility, no more than I have. But the people you listen to say a lot more evil things than you realize, and you're too good-hearted to give in to them or even notice them. And that's by design. I say this to everyone. Politicians have made it so the things you like you listen to, and the things you don't notice and you don't remember. One way or another. They make it so that you want to excuse their behavior so that you can score points on the other guy. We have to stop doing that. We as a united people need to start calling out everything that's wrong, be it on our side or not, in a genuine way. And by wrong, I mean the hate. I mean the dehumanizing. Every time something happens, someone from a political party wants to paint all of the members of the other political party to be a problem. I mean, I watched the very video itself from our own President of the United States saying that it's the radical left and painting the entire party as a problem. And it is because our leaders do that that my family members scream about how I'm a disgusting... I won't even say the rest of that one. I get called nasty things. And I'll do it again proudly. But it's because it's that way by design. And you're not the person that designed it. You're not the person that made it that way. You're being played for a fool just as much as I am. Just as much as I was, even. Why would I blame you for that? That's what I need you, the viewer, to understand. Why would I blame you? You're the people that can help me fix it. Politicians aren't going to fix it. If you think the government is going to solve this problem for us, I have bad news for you. We fix it. By standing together for once. By solving our problems for once. By agreeing to disagree. By arguing with one another over what we think is right. And understanding that doesn't mean we think that person is a bad one.